AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
Exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Podcasserole.
An Adam and JP show.
Welcome to Podcasserole.
Oh, hi there.
I am Jay Patrick. That makes him Adam. That makes this Podcasserole. This makes this an official episode of Podcasserole.
That's a fancy intro.
We're at what?
309, 10?
3-9er.
311, 2.
4.
This is a free episode, by the way. It's a free one.
It's a free one?
You don't have to pay for this one.
No, you don't.
But if you want to, on patreon.com/podcasserole, there are special exclusive episodes, archive things, only things that people that pay small amounts can hear. I'm just saying.
And if you are one of our patrons, thank you.
Right.
And we promise we'll do a Patreon episode soon.
We had one fairly recently.
Well, if you're meaning in this calendar year, you're absolutely right.
But also there are archive things in there too, right? Some old
Oh, yeah.
oldie but goodies.
Yeah, there's plenty of archives to peruse
that's
at
what I'm saying.
patreon.com
That's what I mean,
that you can't find on the feed.
Right.
They're not here.
Right.
They don't exist anywhere but patreon.com
Yeah.
/podcasserole. Go there today.
Do it now.
Also, take a second to subscribe, rate, and review the show
Yeah.
on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or your favorite podcast directory. We'd
Boom.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'd greatly appreciate it.
Whenever things like that happen, you'll see JP eat funny things on Facebook Live.
That's true.
It happened. You ate the key lime slime Twinkie,
I sure did,
and you lived to talk about it.
so to speak. I love the charts.
Right, yeah.
You know I love the music charts.
Right? You do love the charts.
I do love the charts.
You're chart topping daddy, is what I
I
call
am. Something very strange has happened over the last few weeks.
What's that?
I remember the week that the Fallout 76 trailer, and this falls right into what we're doing. We're doing the Year in Gaming 2011.
Right, yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Which is a little meta.
Yeah.
Because that was the year we started the podcast.
Exactly. It's going out and doing research for that episode. This episode, it's taking me back. Because the early days of Gamers Corner, it's the stuff we talked about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of revisiting it.
Right, yeah.
Or revisiting
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to get you. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, really? Are you
Think
serious?
about it. Yeah. I think that's 2011.
Skyrim?
Yeah. That's 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
We just going to rehash all our jokes.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to have to pull that up.
I'm your friend. Yeah, please do.
Fallout 76 is a new Fallout game supposed to come out this year.
Right.
We'll see.
You don't think so?
From Bethesda. Oh, from Bethesda.
Yeah.
Fallout 76. When the trailer debuted, it featured this song. Play a bit of this song for you.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is on there.
This is a cover of the John Denver song,
Right.
Take Me Home Country Roads. Released in 76,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
1976.
Take me home to the bay.
So popular, fans of the trailer demanded it be released as a single,
That is funny.
available for purchase. Bethesda said, okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So this week, they finally released this song to iTunes. 30 million views of the Fallout 76 trailer.
Right.
This quickly became the #1 song on iTunes this week.
It's crazy, right?
And it's credited Copilot Music Plus Sound.
Uh-huh.
Is credited as the artist. That's just the company that did this for the trailer. But this is the #1 song on iTunes. If you go to the Billboard Top 50 country songs for this week, it's number 41 on the country song charts.
Wow. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Do people even know? Do they know that's from that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's so popular that the John Denver version
Does it have a bump as well?
Re-entered the iTunes chart
Wow.
at number 87.
Wow. Wow.
America loves Take Me Home Country Roads, no matter who's singing it.
That's true, yeah.
And this is really cool. Bethesda is donating all the money from the downloads from iTunes to Habitat for Humanity
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
to actually help build shelters for those
Nice.
in our country, much like you would do in the game.
Right. Ah, that's fitting.
Yeah.
I thought of something, though. When you first played this, I don't know if the trailer version had that. I don't think it did. If so, I didn't notice it. Play the song from the beginning for me one more time, will you? If you can.
At the very beginning?
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah.
I don't remember that part of the trailer, if so. Yep. Do you have your Spotify up by chance?
Uh-huh.
Look this song up for me.
Like this version of it?
No, the song I'm going to say. Because this song I'm going to say is the most frequently played song, in my opinion, by Three Dogs from Fallout 3. I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire.
By the Ink Spots?
Yep, that's the one. Play that beginning if you can, please.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
That's the exact opening of that song they just did. They put the opening of that. Yeah.
Because this was one of the first trailers for...
Yeah, exactly. It has the same vibe
Fallout
to it.
4.
Yeah. Weird, huh? That exact same opening of the acoustic riff there. They put it in front of the Take Me Home Country Road. Weird.
That's really cool.
Huh. Just now noticed that.
Hey, let's play a round of what was the last thing Adam listened to
Oh, this could be bad.
on Spotify. Because I'm friends with Adam.
Right, yeah.
He's my only friend on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I constantly see what he's been
Yeah.
listening to.
Today was...
Well, what do you think it was?
So today was bath time for my daughter.
Well, okay.
But I'm trying to think what we listened to. It had to be oldies, I bet. Some oldies on there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I know what happened. Today, we listened to podcasts while we took a bath.
Uh-huh.
And this is when I was lifting last night, my lifting music. That's what happened.
Wow. Trying to tell something to the...
I think it's funny to pick up people from
The
a bar
lifties.
and they're playing Rehab in the background. I think it's funny. Makes me laugh.
Do you have a whole playlist?
Yeah, I have a whole list playlist.
Do you really?
Yeah. Well, it's on there. The playlist is called Starbucks because I made this a long time ago. Basically, like songs I like that are clean.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to play, I don't mind vulgar songs, but I don't know who's getting into the car. So it's got to be some songs that are clean, but good. It's a random mix of everything.
I don't see your...
The playlist should be called Starbucks. Yeah, it's on there. It's like 250 songs. Yeah, it's on there.
I see videography,
Right, yeah.
pool time.
Yeah. No Starbucks at the bottom there. Probably close to the bottom. Maybe
In the garage?
No, last one or close to the last one.
Starred,
No.
road,
No.
poker,
Nope.
fob.
Nope. That's Fall Out Boy. That we had a concert. I had to get the songs down.
You
You don't see Starbucks?
I don't see Starbucks.
It's like the last one or next to the last one. Really?
Let me try
Maybe it's
again.
not. Maybe it's private. I'll make it unprivate for you.
Please do.
It's my lift mix.
Yeah, I did see all.
I should put it on shuffle and that's it.
Let's see what the last thing I listened to was.
Oh, boy.
This could be pretty random. Okay, well, not counting that. Not counting
Why
that.
are you not counting that?
Well, I mean,
Uh-huh.
Well, right now it just says this,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and then the ink
Ink
spots,
yeah.
and then stuff I played on the show last time. So I'm going to try to go back to the last actual song I played. Let's see what it was. Oh, no, that's not it. No, here we go. Oh, here's the last thing I listened to. Like, legitimately listened to.
Love or Spuds? Love.
Yep. It's hilarious.
I got a, speaking of songs like this, picked up a kind of a rich little snobby brat in my lift last night.
Uh-huh.
Put her in the back seat, And when she gets in, I put in the song just pops up randomly. It's "Take on Me" by Aha, and I hear her just give a heavy sigh. I'm like, "Oops."
Wow.
Yes, it's a tough crowd out there. You don't know. You almost want to play the song based on who's getting in your car. Because I like all music except for country.
You want to?
I do. I wish I had like a playlist for, here's my
easy.
Here's my 30-year-old male playlist. Here's my 40-year-old female.
Yeah.
I need a playlist for every decade, age, and every sex. That's what I need.
You could do like a wrestling theme song for everybody.
For every person.
Because you get to see their
Disgusting.
profile, right?
Just their picture and name. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need, really.
But yeah, a lot of times they do the MySpace angles where it's not really them,
Or just play John Cena's theme every time they get in the...
Wait, new or old?
Oh, that's even better. Well, this is now before this one. Here's the song that played before this. The last. So you'll appreciate this, judging by one of your playlists that we went through.
Okay, nice. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. They got a new song out.
Oh, really?
So does Panic at the Disco.
Nice.
Yeah. Here we go.
There. You have the old aha sigh. Well,
Yeah, just gonna bring that down. What else do we need to discuss? Anything?
I think last week we had the Blame Your Brother stream. Sure, that was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it hasn't happened yet in real time, but I'm
Nope.
sure it was fun.
That's why you got the old.
Mm-hmm.
We should record like. Oh man, how much fun did we have for that?
So good. My favorite part. My favorite part. I mean, it was
Ugh.
undeniable, right?
If you don't know what we're talking
Yeah.
about, you got to go back and find the stream and watch it
He had
again.
the shirt on. And he was talking, with his hands.
Crazy.
So awesome.
Who has a moose hat like that?
I am back into the disc golf once again.
Really?
Try it. Well, when I have a chance to. I
Uh-huh.
don't have much time these days, but I still enjoy it. Yeah.
Get a little disc golf.
Yeah. It's fun.
Got to the park.
Yeah.
Throw the old disc.
Discs.
Discs.
Especially as a kid, I had a problem for that combination of letters, when to stop. Like plural of mask, plural of disc.
Uh-huh.
I would go on for days.
Masks.
I would just flop like Neymar and just keep going. Hey, do you have any discs? Even spelling it, I was like, yeah. I didn't know when to stop.
What about the double R?
Like a
purr.
Like Spanish?
Like purr.
Like el burro?
Purr. Yeah, el burro. I remember.
I think it's my mom's bad. She doesn't listen. My mom's bad grammar. I think it's that.
Rubbed off on you?
Yeah, I think. Well, not. My grammar's all right, but like the mental state's still there. Like she would say discas.
I know I've told this story before.
Yeah.
I worked with a girl.
Yeah.
We were doing a commercial read for the chicken place called Mrs. Winners.
Right.
And she was doing a remote. That's what it was. She was at the grand opening of a new Mrs. Winners. And I'm back at the station like, okay, we're going to go out and, the chick's out at Mrs. Winners. So what's going on? That's right, JP. We're out here at Mrs. Winners. I'm sorry, what? We're here at Mrs. Winners. Did you just say Mrs.?
Mrs. It's a flub up. You've seen John Travolta try to pronounce Idina Menzel on stage, right?
He glitched out a little bit.
A little more than that. Idina Madoob-doob. It's so bad. It's like
a scat routine.
Yeah, it was bad.
Idina Madoob doob
It
dap
was-
doob dap doob boop.
he says something. It's not even close to Idina Menzel.
No, it
It's like
wasn't even
Adiba
close.
Bazib. Something like it's really close to that. Adiba Bazib.
Did he think people wouldn't notice?
It's like what's his name? Oh wow, we're just bopping the microphones left.
That
and
was
right
my
here.
head.
What's the Larry David when he hosted SNL and had to host up? He brought out he announced Ariana Grande on stage, and he couldn't say Ariana Grande to save his life.
What did he say?
I forgot, but couldn't even get Ariana out and just messed it up. And he's like, just like clapped his own hand, and it cut to her, and she's laughing on stage. It was good.
I'm old.
Yeah. Harry, he's like claps his own hand. It's over.
Can we cut this out?
Yeah,
We're live, pal.
Let's start again.
We were watching the CNN documentary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last few summers they've done different decades.
Right.
Going back like 3 summers ago, they did the 80s. Then they did the 90s. Well, they did the 70s first. That was like 4 years ago. And so this year they're doing the 2000s. And we watched the first episode. And they always start with the TV.
Wow.
That's always the first one they air. And it was 2 hours. It was the TV of the 2000s. And you don't think it was that long ago until you see some of the TV
Yeah.
from 2001, 2002,
Chokers
2003.
and spiked hair with the frosted tips.
Wow. This
Yeah.
all looks old. And
Yeah.
like news footage from
Yeah.
early in the 2000s. No, it was
Yeah.
almost 20 years ago.
I
So,
went down a rabbit hole of 9/11 videos on YouTube recently, and all that stuff
Wow.
there. It's sort of what?
you were too happy?
No, it's
You know what? I am too happy. You know what I need to do to bring me down?
You know how YouTube. I didn't search it out, but YouTube. You look up weird, crazy videos, kooky things, sidebars happen. There's the craziest this, craziest that, and then you go your 9/11 videos.
Sad 9/11 videos.
Yeah, but it's weird to think. I mean, how much different that would have been, and
I
the
need to
coverage we would
subscribe
have
to
seen.
your YouTube.
No, I don't subscribe to those things. I just watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the amount of footage that would be shown today, if it happened today, it's terrible to think. But people with their smartphones and Instagramming, and it's crazy what all would be seen if it happened today. Mm-hmm. It was very little. I mean, what are the odds someone on the streets of New York City at 9 a.m. would have their camcorder out? That's the only.
But there were a
footage.
lot.
Yeah, that's the only footage we have. But I mean, think of how much more it would be today. Is what I'm
And there
saying.
was the documentary crew
Yeah.
that was filming a documentary.
Is that what it is?
And that's one, you see the shot where the plane flies like right overhead.
Yeah.
That's the documentary crew.
Wow.
And they look up and catch, I guess it's the second plane.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that too much.
I
but
know.
yeah.
Well, thanks.
But you kind of forget. I won't go down that hole.
Well, you forget.
Well, I mean, not how crazy it was, but so watching that first plane, there's still people around like, oh, it was a terrible accident. Once plane 2 hits, it's on. That's when people realize like, oh hell, it was it was weird. As soon as that second one hit, people scattered.
Yeah.
The first one's like a bad mistake. Part 2 was more than that. I kind of forgot about that part.
There's, and even in watching that 2 hours about television from the 2000s, you cannot talk about the first decade of the 2000s, the first decade of the new millennium, without referencing 9/11.
Yeah.
It defines that decade. Kind of still today, we see the repercussions. Now there's a whole generation that have just grown up with things that they are accustomed to that we witnessed as a result of 9/11. Like, stripping of our individual rights as American citizens.
Oh wow.
But, I mean, what? No, I'm just joking.
For the greater good.
Yeah, I mean, sure, whatever. But just even the procedure of going to an airport. Because I remember, like, taking my buddy to an airport and walking in and going back to the, to his gate and all of that. You can do that now.
Yeah.
I remember a time you didn't have to take your shoes off
Right,
to
yeah.
go through screening.
Yeah.
Like TSA didn't exist. And now there's a whole generation that's just grown up accustomed to that.
Yeah.
That's just all they know. And so it will never change because now you have a generation accustomed to it. Like, I really thought, like, that whole airport thing, that'll just be temporary. Eventually, it'll go back to normal.
Which thing? Which part?
The whole airport security.
Oh.
To me, the normal was just, you got to go through some metal detectors. And maybe you get, a wand.
Yeah.
We will never go back to that.
No.
Yeah.
But would you want to? I feel safer on a plane because of it.
I guess.
I mean, odds are no one has something terribly dangerous on a plane right now.
Right.
If you can't even have baby formula, what
Yeah.
the hell can they have? So it gives you peace of mind. It really does.
But,
I don't
I
mind
mean-
taking my shoes off for that comfort.
But one could look at it that it's like performing surgery for, I don't know, a cold.
Yeah.
I mean, that cold could conceivably become something that you might need surgery for.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and perform the surgery now just in case.
But how many terrorist acts involving planes we had since then?
I know.
To my knowledge, 0, right? That's okay.
Well, there was the shoe bomber.
Yeah, but now the shoes happen. That's
Exactly.
why, yeah, but I mean, so since this has all went down, we're pretty much batting 1,000 here, right? That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's what
but
you
how
want.
many did we have before then?
I mean, well, I think that one's enough. Wouldn't you think so?
But to the 70s, look up hijackings in the 70s.
Yeah.
The 70s were wrought with hijackings, domestic and international.
So it should have happened earlier. You're saying?
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, that didn't prompt all of that.
Well, I think those hijackings were pretty. I mean, worst case, they took the plane down in what, 100 people died, which is terrible. Mm-hmm. But when you have crashing into skyscrapers and
Yeah. Oh, it
massive,
changed the game for sure.
Thousands of casualties.
And yes,
yeah.
I do not mind extra security
Yeah.
for comfort to feel safer.
Yeah. What we have to fear now is our own crazy Americans, but that's a different story.
For a different time.
Yeah, exactly.
That will be the topic of the next 10 years.
Yeah, right, yeah.
The first 10 years were fear.
Yeah.
The next 10 years were what that fear manifested itself as domestically.
Yeah.
And yeah. We have experienced a crazy 20 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you go back to the late 90s when everything seemed so carefree. And the worst thing, the absolute worst thing we had to worry about was stupid stuff the president was doing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That was the big news.
And stupid stuff as in like sexual encounters.
Exactly.
Not calling people fat rocket men. A little bit different.
That's true. We still have to worry about stupid stuff. The president's
Exactly.
doing. There's just global implications.
Yeah, more repercussions to it, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. You like that iPhone? Like that iPhone?
Yeah.
Well, one day that's going to be $1,500 to upgrade.
Right.
Why is it so expensive?
Well,
trade war and all.
Right, yeah. Tariffs.
Tariffs. How do we get into that? Oh, yeah, the 2000s.
Oh, yeah. 2000s, YouTube.
But it got me to thinking. There was some really... I think TV was better in that first decade of the 2000s than the 90s. I think that's
so?
safe to say. Yeah, watching that 2 hours about TV of the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I think so.
Well, that was
good stuff.
That's your favorite. Like, you own DVD box sets, a lot of those shows.
From the 90s?
The 2000s.
The
you do.
2000s?
Yeah.
Like Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Breaking Bad.
That's when the AMC
Sopranos.
boom happened. That's
Yeah.
when Adam went to sleep. He woke up
Well,
later.
no. Well, Mad Men, but I
Yeah.
wasn't really a big Mad Men fan. I mean, Mad Men was part of that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they didn't even get to The Walking Dead.
Right, yeah.
Because that was...
Is that officially called the 2010s? Is that what we're calling that?
Yeah, well, they call it the 2000s.
It's still, I mean, even like 2015 is the 2000s?
No, it's just from 2000 to 2010.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 2010 to 2020, is that the 2010s?
I think that'll be the 2010s.
Sounds weird.
Yeah.
2010s.
Well, I mean, we should technically be calling that first decade the aughts, right?
Yeah. Why's that?
The aughts.
The
Because they
aughts?
were all zeros.
That's what that's supposed to mean. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, the aughts.
I've heard of umlaut, but never the naught.
It's weird that you've heard of umlaut,
Yeah.
but not
I
aught.
don't know what the naught is. Yeah.
One is German.
Yeah.
One is just a numeral.
Interesting.
But they're calling it the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I still say we should be saying 2018, not 2018.
Yeah, 'cause that's like saying the 1900s, which that means the whole century itself, right? When I hear 2000s, I think the whole century.
Yeah, we didn't say
gotta work this out.
19 and 18.
Yeah.
It's 19 and 18.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
1918. It's 2018. We live in the year
but sometimes
2018.
But sometimes I say 2007. I never said 1,000.
2007?
I never said 1,907.
No, you said 1907.
Yeah, but sometimes, a lot of times, I say 2007, 2005.
Yeah.
Class of 2002 is what I am.
Yeah.
You're in class of 1,902.
But you're the class of 2002.
I'd never say that. No, never a 20 guy.
But I'm saying it's okay. It sounds right until you get to 2010. Because 2010 sounds funny. Even though it was a movie way before it was a year.
Right, yeah.
But 2018 to me sounds even funnier. It should be 2018.
Have you seen the trailer for 2016?
No.
I think when we come back from the break, we'll have to play that.
We'll play
It's a trailer. It's a full movie from Ghana, from like I think East Africa. Could be wrong on that.
Uh-huh.
They made it in, I want to say 2010, 2010.
But it's about 2016?
Yeah, and it's a terrible. It's almost like The Room level kind of, or Birdemic kind of bad. Pre-Sharknado, trying to be good, but it's so bad it's funny. And it's just called 2016.
It's a disaster film?
Kind of. It's you got to see it. I'll let you watch it, and we'll discuss it afterwards. Watch the 30-second trailer. Play some audio. We'll talk about 2016 when we come back.
Well, we can do that, and then
Okay.
we'll get into the gaming year 2011.
Okay, let's do
So
that.
I'm really excited about this.
I'm ready for it.
2016. Questi 2016. C'est ça Ghana, baby.
Ó yẹ ní kọ́nfẹ́rẹ́nsì fìbà.
2016.
Ọmọ díẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ hàn nàm àmọ́ ọmọ sí.
2016.
Nkumaji found your Ghana no more.
2016.
Paradise.
2016.
Oh my goodness.
So that's legitimate. It comes out in 2010, and that's their thought of almost a post-apocalyptic 2016 with some Predator, some Alien, maybe some Terminator, some all kinds of stuff.
The animation looks like 1980s video game animation.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
My favorite part is when the alien shoots the bullet out of its chest.
Right. 2016. It's my favorite. But the full movie's on YouTube if you want to watch it in parts.
I think it just started. Part 1.
There you go.
Ghana movie, best scenes.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah, is it not? I love how the aliens talk.
Yeah.
So these guys are walking down the street. Unbeknownst. Oh, the alien just cloaked himself.
Ah, fancy.
But the background of the alien doesn't look anything like the street they're walking down.
Be transparent. Just say,
Yeah, look up 2016 Ghana movie. The trailer will come up for you.
Wait, this was in the trailer. He's about to shoot him.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Some slow motion running. Yep. That's hilarious. Hey, let's do Gamer's Corner.
We want to say 2011, 2011, 2011.
Let's call this Gamer's Corner 2011.
Let's do it. Gamers Corner 2011. So this is the year in review 2011 in games.
Gamer's Corner, brought to you by your mom.
I think I'm still partially deafened in that year because of that when we first played that 2016 Ghana trailer. It was cranked to about 14.
I didn't realize it was so loud. Sorry. My apologies. Perhaps we should have a better producer.
Let's get into the year in gaming 2011 like we always do. We run down the fun stuff, the highlights, the games that came out. And first off, I want to start with the consoles with games that were released and playable. So in 2011, you could play on your Linux programs, your Mac system, your Nintendo DS, the Nintendo 3DS, the PlayStation 2, which is weird. In 2011, still making PlayStation 2 games. PlayStation 3, the iOS, Nintendo Wii, the Microsoft Windows, and of course the Xbox 360, all in 2011. That's so weird to me. The PS2 still had games. Crazy to me. In that
Are you
year,
sure we haven't done Gaming Year 2011?
I don't have. Do you think we have?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
Well, we're doing it now.
If so, it's been a long time. And like
maybe
you said, it's kind
maybe
of
it's just that we did create this show
right
that year. So
all these things we did talk about because
we've
we were doing
talked
the show
about
that
all
time.
these. Yeah, that's true.
It's maybe the first year we've done where we've done Gamers Corner of that year, so it's all repeatable.
I know. It's true.
It's weird to think about, right? So big notable highlights. The PlayStation Vita is released in Japan of that year. Kind of a fun thing. What do you think of the PlayStation Vita? It didn't make it to the U.S. shores just yet, but it was in Japan.
The PS Vita,
Yeah.
ahead of its time.
That's a safe comment. A Nintendo 3DS is released in the USA, and that was a big deal as well. Huge seller.
3DS,
Yeah.
ahead of its time.
We have a ton of games. So 2011 is kind of known to have not only great titles that year, but a lot of actual sequels that came out for pre-existing titles as well. And I think a lot of these we're going to talk about will take you back in time. Such as WWE All-Stars. Talk about that for a bit.
Oh, you know how much I love WWE All Stars.
Yeah.
I still have it.
Yeah.
On the Xbox 360.
That's something that I think, not that realism and pro wrestling together are a bad thing, but I think at the heart of pro wrestling, it's all about cartoony, slapsticky 1980s fun. To me, it is. That's what drew me in from the get-go.
And you know what? And they would actually. Here's what I loved. No, I'm remembering. Here's what I loved when you played the story mode is they matched up stars across generations.
Right. Yeah.
And then using archival footage, they did like a video package leading up to that match.
Yeah.
My favorite match that you played in the story mode
Is it my favorite? I think it is.
was CM Punk versus Randy Savage.
It was good. Oh, I like CM Punk and Stone Cold better. With the beer and the you remember that?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, because it was kind of like a straight edge beer thing.
That's right. But it was CM Punk and Randy Savage, right?
I don't know if I remember that one.
No, you're right. It's CM Punk and Stone Cold.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
WWE All Stars.
That's good. Yeah.
It could be.
Don't say that.
It could be
Don't say that.
one of my favorite WWE games of all time.
Really? Really?
I loved the. Now I remember what I was thinking about Randy Savage.
What's that?
My favorite move was when Randy Savage would jump from the top rope.
Oh, it's the big elbow drop?
Yeah, like the universal elbow drop.
Right.
Like he would fly into the stars and then come down.
Yeah, it was a good fun time. I kind of want to play that again. We used to play that at the old apartment in the first early days.
It's like a
of
bare
this
naked
show.
lady song. We record the show, play a little WWE All Stars in the old apartment.
That's true. Back to the Future, the game by Telltale Games came out that year. I just started playing this about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's actually pretty good. You should check it. As a Back to the Future fan, you should check it out.
Wait a minute, that was 2011?
Yeah. Weird, huh?
I didn't know it was that old.
Yeah. Crazy, eh? Yeah. DC Universe Online comes out that year. It's at first it was a paid MMORPG, kind of a counteract to some World of Warcraft, but now it's a free-to-play game that you can pay some microtransactions for.
It's still around?
Yeah. On the Xbox One or PS4, you can play it still.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was gone by 2013.
No, on your PS4 right now, you can play DC Universe Online. Cool, huh? Mm-hmm. What about Dragon Age 2?
I did not play that.
I was a fan of that one. So BioWare, known for Knights of the Old Republic, for the Mass Effect games, stuff like that, puts out Dragon Age 2. I would think most people count 2 as their least favorite of the trilogy, but I like part 2. Speaking of BioWare, Mass Effect 2 came out in 2011. I think you were a fan maybe of Mass Effect 1. I'm not sure if you played 2 at all.
I played Mass Effect 1 and 2.
Okay.
3 is one I never played.
Yeah. 3 is kind of people aren't too happy about 3. Not so much. Just because the ending, it's one of those games like the whole game series was very choice driven. Depending on what choice you chose, characters died, love interest happened. But at the end of part 3, no matter what you did, everyone had the exact same ending. So it's kind of like, what's the point?
That is kind of not in the vein of Mass Effect.
It's true, yeah. Very true.
I remember Mass Effect being the first video game I ever played that I really thought about.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't just, I got to finish the story. I actually took time to think about the choices you were making.
Remember the spaceship? You could choose which planet to go to and search for, certain supplies and elements, and you had your little dune buggy across the dunes, and you find it was cool. It was good. It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, and I guess the biggest choice to make, and if you haven't played it, I won't spoil it, but it's a 7-year-old game.
Yeah.
But that one choice you have to make when you have one of your teammates.
Oh, that's the first one. So it's a 10-year-old game, 11-year-old game.
Oh,
now.
that is an 11-year-old game.
Yeah.
But the choice that you make
Killed
in
him.
that one, I did too, carries over into the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of stuff does, but that's a big one. He was a loose
mad,
cannon.
shooting in the water.
I know. What an idiot.
I mean, we say that, but in real life, if you kind of got mad and just shot into the water, I wouldn't be like, okay, let's take him out.
I think you would.
I'm not a huge fan of this franchise, but some of our friends are. But Dead Space 2 came out in 2011. People love the Dead Space games.
Was it the one? Oh, no, that was Dead Space. No, that was the one.
What's that?
That the moms watched.
Oh, yeah.
That we have the clip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so gooey. It's Dead Space 2. See, it's all coming back to you, 2011.
It's all coming back.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds, still a big game on the EVO Fighting Tournament Championship scene. Came out 2011, that year. On the iOS and mobile. Everyone loves Angry Birds. What about the semi-first official sequel, Angry Birds Rio?
I don't remember that.
Really? Yeah. It was kind of an Angry Birds 1.5 because they have Angry Birds and Angry Birds 2, but Angry Birds Rio comes out in 2011 to mass fanfare.
Little secret.
Yeah?
Not a big Angry Birds.
Really?
Fan. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
What about on the mobile game thing? So I looked recently just because I was curious of the highest, money-making mobile games of all time. And one of those was Temple Run. Did you ever play Temple Run?
Are you serious?
Yeah, 2011 is when Temple Run came out.
Is that based off of Nickelodeon?
No, you could say it's Legends of the Hidden Temple style, but it's not.
So, sidebar.
Yeah.
My wife and sister-in-law went on a mission trip
Right.
to Belize.
Mm-hmm.
They visited an ancient Mayan temple.
I was going to comment on that picture.
Yeah. And it
Yeah.
looked like
Yeah.
the old Nickelodeon show.
I always want to say Melmac, but it's not Alf.
No.
It's something Mac. Tarmac?
Olmec.
Oh, is it Olmec?
Are you talking about Olmec?
I think it's Olmec.
The idol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's Olmec, yeah.
Olmec?
Uh-huh.
I was close.
Not Old Mech. Olmec.
Oh, Olmec?
Olmec.
Olmec. Yeah.
Yeah.
Olmec?
No.
A game.
Who's on first?
A game played still to this day quite a bit on PC. Gormusk from the now defunct Troll Food podcast loves World of Tanks on the PC.
Here's the fun thing about that show.
Yeah.
Hasn't been around longer than it was around.
Wow.
It's been off the air longer than it was on the air.
You're right.
By like 3 times as long.
You're right. And still talked about it. That's how classic it was.
I know.
Mortal Kombat came out in 2011. Some would say reboot, but at the same time, it's pretty much Mortal Kombat 9 because the next Mortal Kombat after that was Mortal Kombat X. So they just called it Mortal Kombat, but it was MK9, and it was pretty good. I think the idea before that, they had the Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and that kind of got people's attention. They wanted that kind of play style again. So you have Mortal Kombat, and shortly after that, Injustice came out as well. We're going to go through quite a bit of motion-censored games for the Wii and the Xbox Kinect, but I speak of the ones that were near and dear to me, such as Michael Jackson The Experience on the Xbox Kinect. Did you ever try that one out?
No.
You're singing and dancing at the same time.
We had that.
Yeah.
We had that.
I know, yeah.
Yes, we did. We have that.
Yeah.
Or we had it.
You're singing and dancing.
Yeah. I remember that.
One of the worst Ghostbusters games of all time, Ghostbusters Sanctum of Slime, came out in 2011. It was a downloadable only title for the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live Arcade. Kind of a top-down, double joystick twin shooter. Not good. Not good at all.
When did the Ghostbusters game that they actually went in and
I
voiced?
think that was 09 or so, I want to say.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was before that.
I kind of enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that
But
one.
Sanctum of Slime, not so much. I look back on these games, and I'm sad they don't still happen, but this is kind of the last wave of video game tie-ins for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 2011, we had Thor, God of Thunder, and Captain America, Super Soldier, both that year. Wow. Weird, huh? Both based on the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would never imagine Infinity War game now. Why don't they do that? What happened?
Yeah. Well, they found that it's just more money in the movies.
I guess so. A game we talk about quite a bit. I think Brooklyn loves this game as well. LA Noire. It's a good game. A good Rockstar. I think they published it. Didn't really develop it, but LA Noire. If you haven't played that, check that one out. Great graphics, great gameplay, great fun time. It's fun.
I liked LA Noire.
Taught me all about the Black Dahlia. Didn't know about that until that game. Duke.
There is a Black Dahlia game you can play.
Is there really? Oh, wow.
Dennis Hopper's in it.
What? Are you serious? Like an FMV or what?
Yeah, it's a full motion video game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I got to check that out.
Well, it was available on the PC around 1998.
Wow.
So good luck.
Yeah.
It's maybe still around.
Yeah.
But it was strictly the Black Dahlia.
Wow.
Which, when you hear, it's not as mysterious as you think it might be.
Oh, really?
Like, there's a lot of mystery around the Black Dahlia.
Yeah.
But then when you get into the guts of the well.
Oh, come on now. Too soon. I mean, come on. Give at least 80 years.
That was a bad choice of words.
That's a terrible.
When you get into the crux of the story, it's not nearly as mysterious as you think it is. Yeah.
How about another movie tie-in? Green Lantern: Rise of the Manhunters with Ryan Reynolds. Man, he regrets that, doesn't he?
Just don't make me green.
The Lego Pirates of the Caribbean series debuted in 2011. It did.
I'm trying to think if I played that one. I don't think I played Pirates.
I did not. After about a 12-year delay in developmental hell, Duke Nukem Forever finally released. Love that game.
They wrecked my car. I feel like this really is.
You're just living.
I'm reliving this show right now.
Here's one we didn't talk about, but we should have. This game is on the iOS only. This game series had been dormant for 18 years. 18 years. This was number 5 in the franchise. James Pond in the Deathly Shallows.
What?
I didn't know it happened. 2011. It's an iOS game, so it may still be purchasable on your Apple iPhone right now. James Pond in the Deathly Shallows.
Because you know I love James Pond Jr.
I know you do. This is the first James Pond game in 18 years, number 5 in the 5th installment. Don't forget it. It could be you. You could be playing James Pond in your bed tonight.
The
music genre was big back in 2011 or so.
I know the one you're about to talk about, and I'm curious if you ever got this game, because I remember you saying how much you wanted this game so much.
You sure you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe it's possible. But Rocksmith, is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yep.
So the idea of Rock Band Guitar Hero was around for a long time, but Rocksmith was one you actually plugged in a real actual instrument. And you play the game with the note highway coming at you, but it kind of, you played the game, but also taught you how to play an instrument as well.
You can learn to play the guitar, man.
It's a great idea, isn't it? Isn't that a great idea? This is like a 2011 Gamers Corner, isn't it?
Reliving the show.
Here's one you and I both played quite a bit. Gears of War 3 comes out in 2011.
Heartbreaker.
I told my wife recently that is maybe 4 or 5 instances top in my life where I've cried during a video game, and Gears of War 3 is one of those. For Dom's wife, do you remember that? He finally finds Maria after the whole, Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 searching for her. Finds her finally where she's been tortured and starved and beaten. And he finds her little shell. She's still alive, but she's emaciated, hair's falling out, barely recognizes him, and he has to put a bullet in her brain to end her misery. And then after that, he loses all will to live himself and kind of sacrifices himself for the greater good.
There's not many things. There's not many sounds that put me in an instant mood, like hearing
Like the Gears
and the
music
click
noises.
of the gun,
Right, yeah.
and the smoke. Yep,
Takes you back, right?
takes me right back to 2011.
Forza Motorsport 4 came out in 2011. It doesn't stand out so much to me, but any Forza installment in that franchise is worth noting.
You know, here when that comes out on the Xbox, well, we didn't know it was going to be called the Xbox One.
That's true, yeah.
What it was called the Xbox or Microsoft something. There was a code name that they were using.
Was it Scorpio?
Yeah,
Or
was it
that for the
Scorpio?
new Xbox? I can't remember now.
Or was
at
that
this point.
Drake?
Did he? The Xbox, did he?
I think when that Forza Motorsports comes out on that new Xbox, it's going to look amazing.
You think so?
I think so.
We spoke of the music games we love so much, but don't forget the rhythm games. So Dance Central came out when the Kinect first came out, but in 2011 we have Dance Central 2. Love that one as well.
Just dance. Gotta doo-doo.
When it comes to Kinect games, they're all fairly rough.
Yeah.
Some more so than others. And I would think one of the worst games of all time I've ever played, on the Kinect especially, is Hulk Hogan's Main Event. Did you play that one?
Never played it.
I owned it. Man, it was bad. If you have a chance, just go look up some YouTube game footage of Hulk Hogan's Main Event. It probably won't do it justice because you're not playing it yourself and seeing the broken, damaged controls. One of the worst games I've ever... Imagine a Kinect wrestling game. Just imagine it. You can imagine. And Hulk Hogan's like the guy. He's your manager. He's the announcer. He's everything.
So what do you think is worse?
Yeah.
The Kinect integration into a wrestling game,
Yeah.
or when they tried to use the Sony
Like the Move, like the little
Move
wands with the
controllers
balls.
and
yeah.
the Wii's.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do the...
I was always a fan of the Kinect. I liked the idea of playing with zero controller. It was really cool to me. I'm kind of confused why they stopped it, honestly. I was never... There were some terrible games, but at the same time, there were some really good games. I think Dance Central did it properly. Don't you think that was a good... I know you didn't like dancing, but as far as the body recognition and the actual game itself was a good concept.
Yeah, it seemed to function pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just curious why. Now it's 10 years ago, so I don't know why they stopped that, because now no telling what they could be.
I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo.
That's bad. A game we've spoken of way too much. I won't drag it along at all, but officially, after many years in beta and development, the official release of Minecraft was in 2011 on all systems possible.
If I could go back in time
A game
and save the
people-
world from one game,
Take it easy, Cher.
be Minecraft. If I could turn back time.
Your G-string on the naval ship with your son playing guitar.
Wow.
What happened?
Made a real impression.
Really?
I've heard you talk about that before.
In 2011?
Probably.
It's possible.
Like 2012,
Yeah.
2013,
People love
2014.
this franchise. I never really got into it, but Portal 2 came out in 2011. People love that game.
They do love it.
Anytime you see like a greatest games of all time list, Portal or Portal 2 was usually top 10 for some reason. Not my teacup, but there it is. We spoke of WWE All-Stars earlier. How about WWE 12? That was fun. I think that was the first year they started naming it for the year.
Who was on the cover of WWE 12?
I want to say CM Punk was.
Yes.
Yeah. Before that, we had SmackDown versus Raws and all these different, I think SmackDown versus Raw 2011 may have been the last one for that.
Yeah.
After that, we just have WWE 12. And it was more serious, more realistic. And just kind of, I don't know, I had it for a bit and it was fun. It's when you kind of, for the first time, they really brought in online play.
Randy Orton.
Was it Orton?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 13 was CM Punk, I bet.
Yeah.
12 was Orton? Real? Wow.
Yeah.
He's still there, huh?
He hears voices in his head.
Still kicking. Still going strongish. On the 3DS that year, we have the official release of Mario Kart 7. Kind of odd that Mario Kart 7 was only on the 3DS. We had the Mario Kart Wii years prior, but it wasn't numbered. So Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS. Do you remember your Mario Kart Wii you tried to sell for multiple yard sales?
It's still right over there.
It's still
It's
here.
still here. It's still
You
right
could
over
have
there.
had $5 for that 3 years ago. It's true. You could have.
Could have.
You're staying strong with
But
it.
on principle,
You're staying strong with it.
$5 for a wheel? Not for you. We had a yard sale.
Yeah.
Some punk kid
Yeah.
in his Pokemon hat decided he wanted to give me a hard time because that's $5
Yeah.
for but in the games with it, right? Or is it just the wheel?
I think it's the wheel.
Yeah.
It was funny.
By the way, WWE13 was the one with CM Punk.
That's the one. Okay. Once again, people love this franchise. The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword comes out 2011.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it.
Next, please. I know you're a baseball. What's that?
I don't have a drink to open.
Oh man.
I
I know you love baseball.
know you love video games.
And you love video games. You also love Nickelodeon.
Nick.
What about
Nickelodeon.
Nicktoons MLB, released in 2011?
Sounds desperate.
SpongeBob and all of his Nicktoons friends can play Major League Baseball on your video game system of choice.
I don't remember that at all.
Really? Check it out. Here's one for you. This one seems like no big deal, but it started a massive, massive wave that even me, myself, got involved in.
Is it still going today?
It is, actually. Not even a fraction of what it used to be, but Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, the very first Skylanders game, launched 2011.
Do they still make the figures?
Yeah, they had a new Skylanders game last year or a few months ago. A new one came out.
It's the one that lasted.
It is, yeah.
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 Because
Because Lego Dimensions is gone. The Marvel, the Disney Infinity stuff is gone. The Amiibos are all but dead, pretty much.
Yeah. Can you still get the Lego stuff?
I mean, they're on clearance everywhere, but they're out there.
Oh, so they're real cheap now.
Oh, yeah. Because they don't make them anymore. That's, yeah.
I've been waiting years to get my hands on one of
There
those.
you go. Yeah, but yeah, Skylanders Spyro's Adventure still going strong, or still alive. I won't say going strong, but it started in 2011, still here in 2018. Did you ever get into those at all?
No.
I bought the first set and I was excited.
Do you still have the first set?
No, I sold it years ago.
Oh, wow.
Batman Arkham City.
That's a
comes out.
game, my friend.
Yes, it is. You want to talk about that a bit? What are your memories and thoughts on that game?
I remember playing it, not having a lot of expectations, and being sucked right into it.
That was my game of 2011. My first game of the year was Batman Arkham City in this show.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
I believe it is the game of 2011.
Yeah.
Or Gears of War.
That's, yeah.
It's a toss-up.
Arkham City was good, though. It was deep. Had collectibles and the flight mechanics and the multiple storylines with you and Catwoman and all the hidden stuff with the Riddler.
With the Riddler.
And the Joker side story. It was good.
Mark Hamill returning as the Joker.
Right.
Kevin Conroy as Batman.
Yeah.
Who was Harley Quinn in that one?
I think that was Tara Strong,
Was
right?
Tara Strong?
I want to say
is
it
that
was.
the one she did Harley Quinn?
I think so.
I've got it right here. I can just look and see.
Yeah, I think it was her. But the Arkham games, which I own.
No,
Arkham,
Arlene Sorkin.
Really? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Was the voice.
So much like you, I own Arkham Knight and still haven't played it. Why is that? We
I
love
don't know.
We love Arkham Asylum, even more so love Arkham City Part 2, but Part 3 we kind of skipped. Why is that? What happened?
I heard well, first of all, I played other games
Mm-hmm.
and just never got around to it. That's the real reason. I
Grand
just
Theft-
haven't gotten
Grand
around
Theft
to
Auto.
it yet.
Grand Theft Auto 5 happened,
Yeah. There's that.
right? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I want to play it. I just haven't yet.
By the way, Grand Theft Auto 5 is officially pretty much 5 years old now.
I didn't say I would get around to it fast or quickly.
Right.
Paul Dini was a writer on Arkham City.
That makes sense.
Arkham City. No, I think in Arkham City, I'm trying to find the cast. Characters. Mark Hamill is the Joker. Poison Ivy. Okay, Harley Quinn was Tara Strong, who replaced Arlene Sorkin. So Tara Strong was in Arkham City.
Was Arlene Sorkin in Arkham Asylum?
Yep.
Oh, weird. I didn't know she did any video game work.
Yeah.
Weird.
And I think, too, I know the Joker's not in.
Oh, yeah. That does it for you? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think it'd be it.
Jeez, that's terrible. Do you remember the classic
Well, you asked.
game? The classic, well, kind of game show, kind of a American Gladiators, kind of Ninja Warrior game called Wipeout back in the day.
Yes.
2011. There was a video game, kind of fun, called Wipeout in the Zone.
Oh, that's terrible.
I enjoyed the big red balls, you know?
I remember that show.
Yeah. Some people of the Sony family love the Uncharted franchise. At that point in time, the final installment of the trilogy, at least, Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception, came out to great reviews that year.
That's a good game.
Yeah, it is for sure. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out that year, and that's the one year they bought because Battlefield 3 came out as well.
Right.
I can't remember.
I know the story.
I can't remember exactly who bought what and what the actual web address was, but I believe
think Call of Duty
bought. Did they buy Battlefield3.com?
They bought Battlefield3.com, yes.
So when Battlefield3.com wanted a web presence, they had to buy a totally different site that wasn't related. You know, it wasn't Battlefield3.com because Call of Duty already bought it.
Yeah. Wow. I know all these stories. I know all the great game stories of 2011.
Right. Don't forget,
Yes.
sometimes when you're real quiet, you can hear, feel, see, and smell certain things in the air. You know, you take it back to classic wrestling, but you're also in like a medieval times kind of deal.
Yeah.
Sometimes you combine those.
Keep
It's just a really good time. It's like it's very, very masculine, very macho, but it's like a flying lizard beast that breathes fire. And sometimes you come upon a macho dragon in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, which comes out in 2011.
A macho dragon, you say?
Yeah, macho dragon.
Oh, that would be crazy. That would be so crazy.
It's nothing. Carry on. There it is again. Did you hear that?
I said next prisoner.
I've been to the top of the mountain.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries. What do you see?
It's in the clouds.
Yeah!
I mean, we can say it's one of the greatest video game mods of all time, right?
I'm your friend.
Because I'm wild, yeah.
Oh man, that still brings tears to my eyes 7 years later.
I mean, my favorite part may be just like the early.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear that?
Oh man.
I don't think I'd ever heard Snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
You're doing great.
That's a great idea for a mod, though, right?
It's the best idea ever for a mod.
I have to find General Tullius and join the defense.
Man, we are rehashing jokes from 7 years ago, but it's all right.
It's okay.
It's what it's all about. Just a few more to go, and we'll be done here.
You won't hear any of these again for another 7 years.
That's true. Yeah, Skyrim. Not much else to say about that. Great game, still being released.
That's the best thing about that game. Let's be
Stay on
honest.
multiple consoles. Let's go through a rundown of some more Connect rhythm games, shall we?
Okay.
The Black Eyed Peas experience happened in 2011.
I'm your friend.
ABBA, You Can Dance happened.
Oh, I wonder why the Connect failed.
Oh, come on. I believe that may have been a Wii game as well.
Okay.
How about some better games such as Saints Row the Third? Did you ever play Saints Row the Third?
It's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun game.
I think this is the game when this may be the installment 2 or 3. I want to say 3. You start off with the it's a big sex toy as a weapon. We'll say that. A big purple sex toy as a weapon. It's like a baseball bat, but it's floppy. You get the idea. It's awesome. Check it out.
Oh, I think I need some more
Good,
description from
good
you.
game physics. We also have Assassin's Creed Revelations. That is the final installment of the Ezio Auditore.
This is where we'll find out that you learn most of your history through Assassin's Creed games.
Exactly, that is for sure. That's for sure. Last but not least on the list here, I guess Telltale Games was busy this year because we had the Back to the Future game as well, but later on in the year, Jurassic Park the game by Telltale Games came out in 2011.
Oh, wait, that's not the part you like.
No. Na, 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 na. Yeah, much better. Everyone knows that part better. That's the song. What do you have in those games I spoke of in 2011? What are your tops? Would you say Arkham City?
Arkham City.
Gears?
Uncharted 3.
Where were you as a gamer in 2011? Were you... Because you never really fell for the Kinect stuff. You didn't...
We had some Kinect games.
Yeah.
We had a Kinect.
Right, yeah.
We had the
Michael
dance
Jackson,
games.
yeah.
We had one where you walked around Disney World.
Oh, yeah, Disneyland, yeah.
Or Disneyland.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. There's some games I remember you talking about that you didn't talk about this go around.
Like what?
Alice Madness Returns.
Oh, yeah, that was that year, wasn't it?
A lot of cosplay from that.
Right,
Still, to this day.
It's cool, yeah.
Dead Island.
Oh, yeah.
Big flop.
That was 2011, wasn't it?
Dead Island.
Yeah. Great, good trailer, though. Very good trailer.
Catherine.
Was Catherine 2011?
Yeah.
How did I miss that? I love Catherine.
I know. Tell us a little bit about Catherine.
Catherine is it's almost built like an anime, and so you pretty much, I forget which one the spelling is real life, which one's dream life. You have a real life girlfriend named Catherine. We'll say she is with a K, Catherine with a K. You go into a dream world where you're in your boxers at all times, and you have these ram horns, and you have to climb this puzzle. And that's the actual gameplay itself, is this puzzle game mechanic. But in those cutscenes, you have a kind of a more sensual, almost, so if your real life girlfriend, Catherine with a K, is the angel, your dream girlfriend, Catherine with a C, will be the devil. And so in that dream state, you kind of go back and forth, and those two worlds start kind of merging with the two Catherines. So good.
Catherine McBride?
Yeah.
A 32-year-old who meets an old friend of Vincent's.
Vincent, yep.
Working as an office manager at a clothing manufacturer.
Yeah.
Then there's Catherine.
So is the new Catherine is C, or she's a C, right?
A 22-year-old beauty who seemingly bumps into Vincent in a bar by accident.
Right.
Is she the good or one or the bad one?
She's the bad one. The new world, yeah.
That's the C.
That's the C, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Catherine McBride is Catherine with a K.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
This is interesting. If you wanted to buy this today, it's still $15 on Xbox 360.
Really? Mm-hmm. I recommend it. It's a hidden gem for sure.
Yeah.
It's a puzzle game, and it's hard. The actual gameplay mechanics, it's all puzzle.
It looks very provocative.
It is. I mean, it's not... Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah?
A little bit.
Yeah?
It's Japanese, you know?
Oh. Now I'm reading the endings.
Oh, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Play the game.
No.
Don't do it. No.
Why do I don't have to do I can just read this. Now I know what happens.
Well,
After all these years, I finally know how this game ends.
You ruined it.
What is your game of the year for 2011?
I would stand by Arkham City. I would stand by that. It was a great time.
What's the best thing that happened in 2011?
Gaming-wise?
No, just in general.
Oh, in general? What else happened?
I mean, we talked a lot we should, like, from 2011 to now, we should know everything that happens in those years.
But so much has happened, my cup runneth over. Mm-hmm. I'm losing the info.
You went to your first Star Trek convention in 2011?
That's true. Yeah. All those we were having the cons.
Went to maybe not yours. I went to my first Nashville Fairgrounds convention in 2011.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A lot of firsts in 2011.
Went to the first GMX in 2011.
That's true. Yeah.
Geek Media Expo.
Right.
Here in Nashville,
Remember
Tennessee.
that show, huh?
A now defunct convention.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a different show.
Much like the Troll Food Podcast.
Did you ever think we would outlast GMX? Because I did not. I thought GMX was forever. A Nashville staple.
I think much like everyone we know, we thought we'd do this for 6 months.
And here we are later talking about the past 7 years.
I know. 7 years, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. We're like pioneers in podcasting.
That's true, yeah.
We're right there.
Yeah.
I was watching Arrested Development, and it was from the last season, which was probably like the last Fox season, which was probably around 2005, 2006, and they make a podcast reference.
Really?
Yeah.
That's early.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think George Bluth, he says he'd been doing some blog, or Oscar, he'd been doing some blog, and he goes, I think next time I'll do a podcast.
Wow.
Podcasting was a thing back then.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
But yes, to answer your original question, favorite game of 2011 is Arkham City.
Agreed.
Clearly.
Agree on that.
Did you play the Jurassic Park?
No. That's
Telltale game?
Never did.
That seems like something you'd be.
I know, yeah.
You got time now.
That's true, yeah.
You still got time. It's still there.
Yeah, I think it's backwards compatible. I would imagine so. Check it out.
So let's go back to WWE All Stars.
Okay, yeah.
Here are the game features contemporary WWE wrestlers such as Kane, Randy Orton, Triple H, The Undertaker, Rey Mysterio, CM Punk, Sheamus, and John Cena, and past wrestlers such as Dusty Rhodes, Roddy Piper, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Steve Austin, Ted DiBiase, and Michael Hayes. Do you remember Michael Hayes?
No. Wasn't Hogan on there? They didn't mention Hogan or Randy, did they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it's also The Rock, Hulk Hogan, Kofi Kingston, Ultimate Warrior. Fantasy Warfare. Fantasy Warfare is a game mode which involves a series of 15 dream matches.
Yeah.
So let's see what the WWE. Give me just a second to look up WWE All Stars dream matches.
Was Jake Roberts on there at all?
I can't remember.
I feel like he was for some reason, but he wasn't on the list.
You would think the dream matches would be on the Wikipedia page, and they're not.
Not so much.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. The Wicca. Ultimate Warrior versus Sheamus. Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. Ricky Steamboat versus Kofi Kingston. Mr. Perfect versus The Miz. Andre the Giant versus Big Show. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk. That's what it was. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Edge. Jake Roberts versus Randy Orton.
That's what I remember, yeah. That was good.
Sergeant Slaughter versus Jack Swagger.
Oh, God.
Or what is his name now? Jake something. He's in Lucha Underground.
Yeah. It's not Jack Champion or something like that?
Jake Champion?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan versus John Cena. Macho Man Randy Savage versus John Morrison.
Wow.
Jimmy Snuka versus Kane.
Wow.
The Rock versus Triple H. How is that a fantasy? I mean, The Rock versus Triple H, we've seen a lot, as well as Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio. Roddy Piper versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh, that's a dream match?
And Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Okay, so they weren't all winners.
Yeah. Just two or three.
Yeah. I love that game so
I know you
much.
do. You sure do.
It was one of my faves.
You sure do love that game.
Talked about it a lot.
Right.
And the video packages they did for that were really good.
Yeah.
There's no denying that. But anything else about Gaming Year?
I think that's about it. Ooh. Still going in the background, huh?
I know, it's still there.
The new Beck.
It's the new Beck.
There we go. It's my lift jam. Every time they get in, this song plays.
Tell us your favorite game of 2011.
Yeah, let us know.
And your thoughts on the Ghana picture 2016. Check us out online, adamandjp.com.
Facebook.com/AdamandJP and Patreon.com/podcastroll. Don't forget it.
I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
You've been eating your podcast roll.
My time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me. My time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot. Knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business. I live this. It's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid. I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3-second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. 5 pounds of courage, bloody base, 10 pants with a gold tee. It's a war dance, a victory step of all stances.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.